What's the status of wiping out student loans through bankruptcy these days?
It is still extremely hard. That's 523A8 of the bankruptcy code. That is still extremely hard because of the way they interpret that particular section, which is proving a hardship. There's a test called the Brunner test out there that is extremely difficult for a bankruptcy attorney to get through the three hurdles to get a student loan discharge. You practically have to be medically disabled and prove that you cannot pay that loan off in the future.
Is that student loan debt, is that true in Florida and every other state, or are there different states that have different rules about discharging student loan debt?
There are three circuits in the United States that use the totality of the circumstances test, which is a much more lenient test where they take a look at the person's financial ability and hardships at the moment the bankruptcy is filed, and they take all that into consideration on whether or not to discharge.
And where are those districts?
You know, I don't. I think one of them is out in California, the 9th. I can't remember the other two.
So if somebody had a large student loan debt, would they consider moving to one of those districts as a way to discharge it through bankruptcy?
I guess they could. They'd have to sit in there for a couple of years, but yeah.
All right.
I would.
Did you ever hear pending federal legislation that may change this and make it easier for students to discharge?
I'm sorry to report that we have a Congress that just is sitting there, although there is legislation that has been put forth. I doubt if it'll move off the House or the Senate floor and get to the president's desk. The president has, the executive branch at least, his attempt to, by regulation, modify and make this easier for the discharge of student loans through the non-bankruptcy sector.
Well, are you kind of saying that our Congress is bought and paid for by the big banks, Jim?
I don't want to say that, but let's say that they have financial influences on them.
All right. Well, thank you for that. Hey, folks, my guest today has been Attorney Jim Monroe. He's a bankruptcy attorney right here in Orlando. My name is Tom Olsen. I have a law firm right here in Orlando, and we would love to be in touch with you. If you need some legal services, we would love to have you contact us. We're going to take very good care of you. Maybe the easiest way for you to contact us is through our website. It's got such a memorable name. How could you ever forget it? The name of the website is Lawtube, like YouTube, but Lawtube. At lawtube.com, you can email us your legal question. Look at over 700 videos that we have of the most commonly asked legal questions. Everybody, my name is Tom Olsen. The name of the show is Also on Law. You're listening to ESPN Orlando.